Hello everyone. I hope all of you understood the meaning of dimension. Now, before I continue, I just want to review what we did in the previous video. We discussed the three dimensions. A 3D space contains length, breadth, and height. Example was the box that we discussed. And 2D space contains only length and breadth. The example we gave was a paper or anything. You can think of anything. This is one example that came to my mind. So, and a one dimension object has only the length. Example would be an object traveling on a straight road. Sorry, on a straight road. Let's say it travels from A to B. This represents one dimension. It is only length, right? It consists of only length. So this is a 1D object or a 1D space. So as I've told you before, for the 9th standard we'll be dealing with only motion in one dimension. And when an object moves only in one dimension, that is, let's say from point A to sorry point A to let's say B, and only the motion, if the motion is restricted only along this length, it leads to a few interesting cases. Let's consider the first case where, let's say, the object starts at A and goes to B. This is the first case. And let's give a few values. Let's assume a few values and calculate the distance, displacement, speed, velocity, and stuff. I'm sure all of you remember those terms. If not, you can always go back and watch them again. Okay, so let's say that the distance A to B is 20 kilometers, and let's say it takes 2 hours to complete the journey from A to B. Okay, so what is the let's first calculate the distance. What is the distance if the object travels from A to B and the distance and they're separated by 20 kilometers? It has to travel 20 kilometers. So the distance is given by 20 kilometers. Now, what is the displacement? Displacement is the shortest distance from the initial point to the final point. Let's say that the initial point is A and the final point is B. The displacement is the line connecting those 2 points. In this case, it is the same as the distance, hence displacement will also be 22 kilometers. Now, what is speed? Speed is distance over time. So what is the distance? 20 kilometers. And what is the time that he took? It's 2 hours. So this leads to 10 kilometers per hour. Now, what is velocity? Velocity equals displacement. I hope all of you remember this because you can always go back. And so velocity is defined as displacement by time, and displacement here is same as 20 kilometers, and the time is also the same, which is 2 hours. Hence you get the same 10 kilometer per hour as velocity. So in this case we observe that distance equals displacement and speed equals velocity. But be careful, this is not always the case. It is only in this case 1, that we see displacement equals distance equals displacement and speed equals velocity. We'll see in the further few cases that this is not always true. Anyways, see you guys.